art styles, the calling card of the artist, formed by the different likes, dislikes, experiences, and physical abilities of said person. It's what makes the art sphere so diverse and interesting to explore. Not to mention, this is why iconic art styles, well, exist. Although, in my case, most of that experience is video games. It's video games, what do you expect? Look at the rest of this channel, I don't have much else. But seriously, video games are the creative outlet that inspire me the most. In fact, I could realistically dedicate my entire art style to the concept alone. So I wanted to show you 3 of my biggest artistic game inspirations, which effectively make up the bulk of my entire art style. I don't post nearly enough videos on the franchise, so it might be hard to tell, but I'm a Pokemon diehard. The very first game I played in the main series was Pokemon Black and White 2, and I've played basically every Pokemon game that was released since. Also Diamond and Pearl, but I played that after I played Black and White 2, so it didn't really fit chronologically with me saying that I played every game. So, just don't worry about it. Next. I watched pretty much every episode of the Pokemon anime up to XYZ, and I now know so many useless Pokemon battle mechanics that no one would actually run into and or care about. As a kid in elementary school, I drew all the other kids' Pokemon cards because I also collected them, but also because I was known constantly in my school career as that one art kid who draws Pokemon. People just kinda asked, and I was too nice to say no. Which, now that I think about it, might have been the very first thing that got me into art. And a very early start of a complex. Anyways, that habit stuck around until college, and apparently now I have this curse where everything I draw looks like it's in the Pokemon art style. And I'm completely mixed about it. Whenever I draw a creature, someone says it looks like a Pokemon. Whenever I draw a character, someone says they look like they're from Pokemon. All these opinions come from fellow nerds and dorks, completely unprompted, by the way, and it happens so much that at a point, I've grown to expect it. I meet someone, I show them my art, they say it looks like Pokemon, I leave? Anyways, it happens every single time without fail. I thought doing this challenge would serve as a bit of catharsis. Maybe this challenge would be hard, therefore I don't just draw in the Pokemon art style. But it just felt like I was drawing normally, which was the most dry feeling of success and failure that I've ever had in my life. Speaking of childhood games, if I wasn't playing Pokemon, I was playing Mario & Luigi, Bowser's Inside Story. From the Mario & Luigi series, it still has the same RPG-ness of Pokemon, but when you click a button to attack, instead of just simply watching a cutscene, you are thrown into an event where you press a unique series of buttons to do damage. Or, aka, RPG mechanics for people with short attention spans. And between that, the quirky dialogue, the genius overworld puzzles, and the existence of Dark Bowser in general, I've grown to absolutely love the series to death, and was rendered ecstatic as the franchise returned through the new game of Mario & Luigi Brothership. I will say, even though I play these games religiously, and the official renders of the game look beautiful, I wasn't exposed to the art style through playing the games. During gameplay, they mainly only use pixel art and the occasional 3D model, so I could only absorb the 2D style of the games through the cover of the box. The actual reason I fell in love with this art style long ago was that I saw an artist drawing Super Smash Bros. Characters in the Mario & Luigi art style. If I'm correct, their tag was Master Rainbow on DeviantArt, although there might have been a lot of other people who've been doing that. And I was so impressed that I remember wanting the style to be my dream art style. I appreciate the softness and simplicity of the style, giving the impression not only because the line art is rounded off at most points, but also because the shading is executed with this painterly crayonish feel, where you can see the direction of every stroke, yet the proportions of the characters is often exaggerated, where Luigi is skinnier and lankier, while Mario is rounder and more compact, opposed to the mainline Mario renders, where they have more similar body shapes. I would say the art style I envy the most current day is DBFZ's bar none. Dragon Ball FighterZ was the first fighting game I was super passionate to learn about, except the platforming ones. I was by far already over those, not only because all my friends had the game, but also because the game is super beginner friendly, so you don't want to put in that extra effort and learn every single combo under the sun. What if I told you all you really need to learn was the L button? But what if you're getting comboed? Just sparking to get your health back, and then take half of their health bar. But what if all my characters are dead and I'm super behind? Press the L button some more, and bring them back to life. No, seriously, with all the extra content you can see in a single match, this is basically the Super Smash Bros. Of fighting games. Yet with all these features, it's still a very competitive game, and not to mention, the quality of the game is absolutely amazing, including the character renders. And I bought the game at a Target one day for like 20 bucks. But can we go back to those character renders for a second? The crisp and detailed cell shading, the gradients, the highlights, look at those highlights! There's nothing left to say or explain, just look at it. It's beautiful. I will be forever jealous of those artists they keep hiring for DBFZ mods that can just copy the fighter's art style perfectly. Like, how can you mirror Peak so easily? And that is myself drawn in what I would say are my top 3 favorite art styles of all time. I had so much fun trying to mimic my favorite artist, and this actually makes me want to revisit my art style for a bit, but that's a video for another day, so until then, see ya!